This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
To another episode of the KJ&A podcast. My name is Jay.
And my name is Kay, and I'm kind of afraid right now.
Sorry.
But today we have an A, which is actually another J. It's Jeremy from the Paranormal, the New Normal podcast. Say hi, Jeremy.
I mean, I'm just sitting here like in open mouth, agape silence because I've heard of, I've heard of a BJ, but I don't know what the fucking AJ is. So,
Hey.
Well, it's the KJ&A podcast. The A stands for anything, and anyone who joins us becomes the A.
so I get to become so anyone who joins you gets to become the ass. Okay, good to know.
Well, if you're gonna call it an ass, then yes, it would be the ass. But we would say anything. It could be anime. It could be
Animation.
anime. It could be anything. That's why it's magical.
Amazing. I mean, okay, I'm gonna take it as amazing because I know I'm amazing. So there you go. That works.
There you go. You're amazing, and that's
Yes.
why you're with us today. Because I think we've guested already twice on your podcast. So
Twice, and one of your brackets is up to 200 views on Twitter for the video.
Holy crap.
see, and you said you were amazing. We're amazing.
Well, who do you think hosts these things and put them together? Come the fuck on.
See, together, we're all
together.
amazing.
We're a good team. That's it. It's
Yes,
team together.
the three of us together are amazing comedy, and I actually have to get both of you on a Bracket Bastards for an episode.
Another bracket?
Well, Bracket Bastards is a weekly bracket show, so unlike mine, where I only do specials when people are willing to do it. So, I can get you a list of topics in the future. We can get you on one that's coming up. I mean, we have stuff planned out till the fall of 25. So,
Holy
crap.
shit! I don't have
yeah,
it out till
Freddie,
tonight.
I got shit planned out till June, but I mean, Freddie likes to plan out because he only does it once a week. So we only do it once a week, so Freddie plans out the topics like far in advance as he thinks of them.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, we like to do it. We've started doing recently the beginning of the podcast. We like to announce where they can find you because I find most people don't listen all the way to the end of the podcast. Once they start hearing this is where you can find us, they stop listening. So
Those asses.
where can they find you, Jeremy? Where can they find all your information at?
Well, folks, you could find me on Facebook as Uncensored, Untamed, and Unapologetic Podcast Collective Facebook group. You can find me on X and the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. And you can find me on TikTok as that Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And you can find me on YouTube as Maniacal Musings or Paranormal New Normal. And you can also find me on those two shows I just mentioned, as well as on Bracket Bastards and on the Asylum with Harley and Joker. I'm a busy man.
Yeah. And for us, it's KJNA Podcast on all the things. KJNA Podcast at gmail.com and buymeacoffee.com/KJNA Podcast and patreon.com/KJNA Podcast.
Thanks.
And yeah, all the things.
All the things.
All the things.
All the things.
But this week, we've decided that we're going to discuss a movie that I didn't see until 2 days ago. And normally with DC, I get very grumpy because they do a shitty job. But Joker was amazing.
So
I loved it.
So would you say Joker is the most relatable character that you found in DC right now?
It's not even that it's relatable. It's just the story was good. It like I find myself with movies because we live in a technological age where I have a phone in my hand all the time.
Yeah.
And so I keep zoning out to my phone. But with this one, I kept going back to the video because he kept doing crazy shit. And Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job.
Did you say Joaquin.
No, I said Joaquin.
Okay. So
Don't think. No, fuck you.
I think he actually said Juana Man, but
Juana Man Phoenix.
See, I heard of Joanna.
No, fuck y'all. Fuck both of you.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Protecting the Jays.
I mean, we gotta be careful here, buddy. He just watched Joker 2 days ago. He could get all crazy on the subway like Joker did. So.
Oh God.
I could. You're not wrong. I could be crazy.
It took a little bit for that though. It took a little bit.
But it was good. That's all I'm going to say. So Jay likes to, whenever we review a movie, he likes to give all the details.
Yeah.
So unless you have some more details, Jeremy, Jay's going to give the details about Joker before we start talking about the details of the movie itself.
Well, let's let Jay give his details, and then I can add in stuff he's missing as I've read 6,000 comic books plus.
Right.
Fair enough. All right. So basic details for the movie itself. Rotten Tomatoes said 69% from the tomato meter. And I was like, really? 69%? It's only mid for those guys. 601 reviews, but the 88% from the audience score, I was like, yes, thank you, audience. Thank you for actually giving it justice. 50,000 plus ratings. Thank you, audience. IMDb 8.4 out of 10. Metacritic 59%. Fuck you guys over at Metacritic. Fuck you. 35% positive. 35% positive.
Fuck you, Metacritic.
Google users, you did even better. 4.5 out of 5. 14,882 ratings. Good job. Good fucking job.
Good job, because I like this one. It was so good.
This is an R-rated film, so you do not want to watch this with your children.
No, do not watch this with your kids because they're gonna have traumatic experiences.
Bloody violence, disturbing behavior, language, and brief sexual images.
There may be a dick
Somewhere. We're not going to say you where, but it's somewhere.
There's always
surprise.
there's a dick. And it's played by Robert De Niro, but there's a dick.
Yeah. Robert De Niro, he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, I thought it was a dick in a box, but you know.
A dick in the box, baby.
I had to explain to someone the other day what the hell a dick in a box is.
Man, how old are we that we gotta explain dick in the box?
I'm sorry.
He's older than me.
What is he doing with his life that you have to explain dick in the box?
Timberlake's?
I mean, I'm pretty sure when that came out, he was doing some things that I don't want to talk about on a podcast, but.
I mean, Jessica Biel.
Oh, boy. We're not talking about Justin Timberlake. We're talking about the guy in general. He was doing things that make it so you don't remember what you're doing, I think. Right?
What?
Yeah, just doing things where you're not focusing on what media is doing or anything else. So.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Justin Timberlake was doing Beal, but the rest of us were doing whatever it takes to survive. Now Jay's uncomfortable.
No, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just like, wow, that's right. He was making good money and banging a star.
Look, I'll tell you,
being a star.
Look, Jessica Biel is attractive as hell, but also, in addition, Justin Timberlake is one of my favorite guest stars on Saturday Night Live. Because he always does something with Lonely Island, and Lonely Island is so funny. Like Mother Lover, they got It Ain't Gay in a Three-Way, Dick in a Box.
Yeah, back.
It ain't gay in a three-way with a
boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
Yeah, boats and hoes. Exactly. It's so good.
Again, it's winning combinations. It's always winning combinations. Everybody's amazing.
You know, I sent a gift to someone I was texting, and it was like believing your dreams, and it's just a picture of Andy Samberg, like Andy Samberg being like, and it doesn't even he's not even doing anything, but he's just smiling like, my dreams are coming true, and it was enough for me to be so happy.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Didn't he throw it on the ground?
This ain't your dad. It's a phone.
I threw it on the ground.
What'd you say, Jeremy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Are you done with your list so we can talk about the actual movie?
I only gave very, very minute things. Besides the fact that this movie had a budget of $55 to $70 million.
Why? I felt like it needed $2.
The budget, the box office,
Uh-huh.
$1.079 billion.
Good. It was such a good movie.
It deserves it.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the basic cast. It's very short.
Okay.
Very
Basic
short.
cast.
Yeah, 'cause
Because
I was like,
super short.
there's a lot of people in there, but are they really?
No, they're useless except for
Exactly.
Joaquin Phoenix, his imaginary girlfriend, and his mom.
He said it again. I said you're blind. Hey, calm down.
You stop arguing with me about being wrong.
Wah.
You mother lover.
Wah.
I give up.
Say wah.
Phoenix.
Say wah.
No, fuck you. Phoenix.
Say Joaquin.
Nope.
Wah.
Nope. I'm gonna say
Wah.
Phoenix from now on. You know what? To make you happy, I'm gonna say Joker from now on. Joker. Just like
Kevin. Kevin, it's all right. Kevin's just a mother lover. We all know this.
Oh.
it would be my honor to be your mother.
It was Susan Sarandon. Fair enough.
I mean, I would be a mother lover if your mother was Susan Sarandon.
And it was also Lady Gaga who was in that three-way.
Lady Gaga is going to be portraying a very famous character in the next Joker movie, so fuck yeah.
That's right. See?
Mm-hmm.
Harley Quinn. I cannot remember that title. Fall
Yeah, I did watch The Suicide Squad.
Oh, did you like it?
I did. It was acceptable.
It was
Which
better.
one?
It was
Which
better-
one?
The Suicide Squad with
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba
John
in
Cena.
it.
Okay. All right.
Because
All right. That's
watch Peacemaker, but Peacemaker was you had to
Fallout.
pay for it
Oh, yeah.
on Max.
Yeah.
And
it's on Max. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you slacking? You slacking?
motherfucker, I ain't got time.
That's a whole
Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for Peacemaker and paying monies. I got
Oh,
Disney
you
Plus,
got
Prime Video. What else do I need?
you got time to watch Max, to watch John Cena banging some hotties in Peacemaker.
Okay.
At
Give me
least-
your
At
login.
least twice.
Give me your login.
At
I'll
least
give
twice.
you one of my other logins you don't have.
To the soundtrack of some amazing '80s metal. So
Facts.
Okay, if they got 80s metal and John Cena.
Oh, it's all hair bands, bro.
Oh, that's all I need.
It's all fucking hair bands.
I mean, it's like Wayne's World
Yes.
current. That's all I need
Facts.
because
John Cena is stuck in the '80s. He's stuck in the '80s in that show. So
Thank you. I remember Jay had mentioned that Peacemaker uses like different helmets, depending
Yep.
on like different things. But in the Suicide Squad, he didn't use different helmets, so I was waiting for it.
Yeah, no.
because he's in prison and he doesn't have access to his helmet depository.
Okay, that makes sense. But like, it also felt like the only problem I have with the movie. I know we're talking about Joker, but I'm talking about the Suicide Squad right now. But it felt like they threw Harley Quinn in just because they wanted to use her again.
There is no Suicide Squad without Harley Quinn. There never is.
I think literally, even if you look at the animated ones, if you look at the comics, Harley Quinn has always been a key factor in the Suicide Squad.
Okay,
Harley Quinn gets shit done, including Poison Ivy, but Harley Quinn gets shit done.
Also facts.
okay, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, another reason you need to watch Max.
Because the Harley Quinn animated series.
Look, I also heard
It's
they have
great.
The Last of Us. They have the Last of Us movie
Facts.
on
The whole series.
on Max,
Well, season
and
one.
the game is my favorite game of all time.
Then you need to have Max because The Last of Us is fucking incredible.
Ah! You're making me spend money I don't have.
Get rid of one thing that you don't really like.
Get rid of Prime. Prime ain't that great.
But it's got Upload.
It's got the boys and Invincible
It's got
on
the
it though.
boys. It's got
It does, but you know what? You could easily unsubscribe. Actually, no, Prime's yearly, so I don't know about that. But I don't know. Fucking unsubscribe from something for a couple months and subscribe to Max and catch up, and then fucking switch it back.
I mean, honestly, Netflix
Yeah.
is free on T-Mobile right now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I don't have to pay for shit.
yeah.
Prime Video, I buy enough Amazon shit where it requires Prime.
Yeah, see?
And give me your Max.
It's not even.
Give it to me.
I can't say anymore.
Give it to me.
I mean, if you want his Max, you may end up hurting for that one, but okay.
Jeremy, give me your Max.
We can't do it on air. It's gonna have to be afterwards.
Yeah, I can't do that in there, but yeah.
I think there's an exchange of goods.
I'll change all your names to just Kevin.
And there, folks, say you talk yourself out of getting a subscription login.
If anybody has Crunchyroll that just wants to share,
I'm tired of ads.
just throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's one service I don't do.
I mean, honestly, after doing anime for so long with this motherfucker, for like almost a year,
Yeah.
I'm fine with looking at some anime. Like, I didn't give a shit before, but there are some good ones.
I will put the better ones.
I like it. Trust me, I love Studio Ghibli. I love fucking anime, but
Ghibli is great.
Yeah, I mean they're the
another reason to have Max.
Yeah, because
do they have Ghibli?
The entire Ghibli collection.
Son of a bitch!
Cartoon
Max.
Every couple months, I have to watch a Ghibli movie because it's nominated on one of the podcasts I guest on for that year. Like the one guy always just nominates the Ghibli movie of that year.
Damn it!
Boom.
I mean, on our 100th episode, we're gonna do the Heron,
Boy and the Heron.
the Boy and the Heron, new Ghibli movie.
I actually I saw previews for that. I want to see that. I'm waiting for it to come on Max. I'm waiting for it to come on Max.
Yeah, the freaking voice cast looks amazing.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, it's a Ghibli, so it's gonna be wholesome and delightful and beautifully animated.
Kevin, let me ask you this then, as an anime fan, do you prefer OG Japanese voices, or do you prefer the dub tracks?
Oh fuck! You really put me on the spot here, Jeremy.
I
didn't do
this is a harder question.
Yes.
No, on my podcast, I put you in the spot. That's the magic of my podcast.
It is my podcast, and he's still putting me in the spot.
Facts.
I don't have a preference because mostly because I'm an art nerd, I prefer to look at the animation. And what drives me nuts is them sitting there thinking about the next attack they're going to do for 40 minutes. While I just want the action to move forward.
Series you're talking about series versus movie.
Yeah, like The Sword and the Stranger is one of my favorite animes that we ever reviewed, and Your Name.
Yes,
both of those. Like The Sword and the Stranger was great because it was action. It was
really good story.
Yeah, they had a great story. And it had, like, whenever the action happened, it wasn't them sitting there. It wasn't slow motion, them thinking about, oh, this one attack that I had. My grandmother perfected it 45 years ago when she was attacked with a pot and a plant and they had a stick. And the only thing they could attack for was so she perfected this technique for 35 years. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a shit. Just hit them. Just hit them. And The Sword of the Stranger, it was like, he hit the motherfuckers, he wrecked them, and it was quick to the point. They killed them. The action was in there, and you could follow through. You could see where they went.
And visually, it wasn't so fast paced that you could not follow the movements of the character.
And it was not CG bullshit. It was the honest 2D, delightful animation. But anyways, it's like 22 minutes in and we haven't talked about the fucking Joker. We got Jeremy, how dare you distract us?
Wormholes, man. I am a master of wormholes.
All right. Let me get through the cast real quick.
Yeah,
real simple. All right. Joaquin Phoenix, Arthur Fleck / Joker, Robert De Niro, Murray Franklin, Zazie Beetz, Sophie Diamond, Francis Conroy, Penny Fleck, Brett Cullen, Thomas Wayne, Carrie Louise Petrillo, friggin' Martha Wayne, Douglas Hodge, Alfred Pennyworth, and for the finale, Dante Pereira Olsen, Bruce Wayne. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's all the
Okay,
cast.
that's fair.
because the Waynes play a fairly big part, even though they're kind of like only seen like twice.
Yeah. They weren't super seen in the movie. What were we saying, Jeremy?
But they're barely seen because the scene they're in at the end of the movie is one of the most important scenes in Batman mythology. So
that's fair, and I think that was a important scene because I know with a lot of the comics they're like, oh, Joker killed his parents, but
that was disproven many moons ago in comics.
Yeah. It was a whole different guy.
Yeah,
Joe Chill. It was a guy. It was a guy named Joe Chill.
Yeah, even though they said in like the Keaton movies that it was a young Joker before he became the Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I
really like the way
they cleared it up. In Gotham, the TV series, that's when they really cleared it up for like people who don't read comics.
Yeah,
I watched the first episode. The first season of Gotham.
Oh, first season's the worst.
Really? Because that was the only one I watched, and I was like, I'm done. I can't.
It gets so much better once you get past that point because it gets better. It gets better because young Bruce Wayne starts learning to do martial arts and shit, and learning to the other villains just start like once they start coming on more than once, the actors embrace that role amazingly, and I mean the kid.
Penguin show.
The Penguin is one of the best characters in that fucking show by the end of the show. But the kid from Shameless who plays Joker is fucking incredible.
Yes.
Was it the kid from Shameless?
Yeah. Ian.
Redhead. I forgot his
the kid who played Ian, and he also voices Cal in the Star Wars games.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I know what you're talking about because I really like Shameless.
Now he doesn't only play one version of the Joker. He plays two versions because he's
three. He plays Jerome. He plays zombie Joker Jerome, and he plays the twin.
Shit.
What the fuck is happening?
He plays three versions of the Joker. Yes.
I mean, but the people in Shameless, I really liked that series from beginning to end.
Yes.
Like, that's one of the best series on TV. That was one of the best series on TV.
Yeah, because some of the series, like I love The Office, but the last season of The Office, I could skip entirely and be fine.
Yeah.
Because Ed Helms had no reason taking over for Steve.
Yeah, it was like, and the point was like, the last season of The Office was like, it doesn't matter how stupid and ridiculous your dreams were, you were going to get your dream, and that was horse shit. And also Jenna fucking cheating on Jim. Fuck you. Why are you doing this? What is wrong with you?
And
goddamn whore.
I guess what they were trying to do is probably like, how we can reinvigorate things. We throw like fucking
reinvigorate these nuts. Why would you? How dare you? But anyways, Joker.
Okay, you want to just get a basic?
I mean, I gotta try and bring it back because we've been like 26 minutes.
All right,
and we gotta actually talk about Joker.
All right, I'll give you a small synopsis, and then we will have at it.
Okay.
All right. So, forever alone in the crowd, failed comedian Arthur Fleck seeks connection as he walks the streets of Gotham City. Arthur wears two masks: the one he paints for his day job as a clown, and the guise he projects in a futile attempt to feel like he's a part of the world around him. Everybody wants to be a part of the world.
Yeah.
Isolated, bullied, and disregarded by society, Fleck begins a slow descent into madness as he transforms into the criminal mastermind known as the Joker.
He also stopped using his meds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he stopped using a shitload of meds.
Stay on your meds, folks. Stay on your meds.
Yeah, stay on your meds, people. Bupropion is amazing, and clozapine. Yep.
So, now that we have the basic standpoint of what the Joker is, we know that the Joker plays a part in Batman. We know that this is a character-based movie and starring Joaquin Phoenix as the main character.
I'll tell you what.
Have at it.
I'll tell you what. At the beginning, I wasn't expecting anything decent. I mean, because one is a DC movie.
It's a DC by Warner
And look,
Brothers.
I'm not going to be a dick,
Okay.
but the fact is, it's a DC movie. But Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job playing from like trying to be sane to the crazy and telling a good story that kept you sucked in until the end. And like it felt like this was it. Like at first they bring in Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is a child at this point, but it feels like, oh, he's in a mental institution this entire time, and he wasn't intending to be a criminal mastermind. But at the end of it, he's like, fuck it. Who cares? Fuck it all. I'm crazy. I'll do what I want.
Because he sees the world around him and he sees that it's not right. He sees this is where the dual symbolism from Batman and Joker comes into play, because they both want to change the world around them, just kind of like Magneto and Professor X have different mindsets on how to do this and accomplish it.
Yeah, and I think I've mentioned that before, that like good villains are the ones who they have a good moral standing, but they're doing it in the wrong way. And
I mean, I will clarify and disclaim this. I am not saying Magneto's doing shit wrong. Magneto is an amazing person who does everything right. If I was him, I'd be fucking killing humans too. But
I mean, Thanos was right. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, he was. I mean, if we haven't seen the metrics of the snap, so I don't know if he just snapped away.
We need of the snap.
We need the metrics, because he had to freaking if he just snapped away criminals and bad people, then he did the right thing. But obviously, that's not 100% true, because half the Avengers went missing. So,
well,
true.
Bucky was among them. He killed a lot of people.
But I mean, who would these people become if half the people were gone and the criminals who were left had no one to steal from, or didn't have people to influence them? Who could?
Oh, there's always people to steal from. Don't get the fucking shit wrong.
You're not wrong, but still, there's less people to influence. There's more of a need to do what's right for the greater good, because half gone.
All right.
That's what the Daredevil Born Again storyline is going to be about. Because during the snap, Kingpin rose to power.
Yeah. So
because all the other bosses got snapped.
I mean,
I
can't wait for that. I love him.
I know. I can't wait to see all the characters from Netflix's MCU verse come into the actual MCU.
Good. Daredevil.
I don't think Michael Coulter is going to come back as Iron Fist.
He should. He did such a good job at it.
He was a good Iron Fist. The problem was his storylines were not made for a character of his strength level. And so they had to dumb down his strength level to fight more street level baddies. He is a character who can actually perform at a higher stance than what he was given in his shows. Same thing with Fist.
In the beginning of his career in the comics, him and Luke Cage were the heroes for hire, and they really did just fight street level crime.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Why didn't they give them literally the opportunity to be heroes for hire?
They did.
They did Defenders.
That's where it was That's where it was going. It was going there before they fucking kiboshed the whole Netflix thing because of the MCU getting more popular.
Which I would have been fine seeing. Had they done Heroes for Hires, I think we would have seen a popular redemption. No, because I feel like they gave Luke Cage I'm going to go ahead and become a crime boss just so I can keep crime at bay, but I can keep it, I can just keep it at control.
I mean,
whereas Danny Rand was just like, I'm giving my power to you. I'm going to keep a small residual amount for myself, and that was it.
I mean,
they kiboshed them before they kiboshed Daredevil and Jessica Jones.
I mean, I have a feeling that Heroes for Hire movie is coming eventually. It's going to come eventually. The Heroes for Hire movie.
I kind of hope so. I if not,
because
a small run series. Something that gives them some kind of
even if it's a Disney Plus like like limited series or something. I think they're going to do a Heroes for Hire to bring back all the Netflix superheroes eventually and villains, and give them like a official entrance into the MCU. I mean, even though Daredevil already technically had his in Spider-Man: No Way Home.
So good.
Yeah.
I loved him so much. He's such a good Daredevil. I loved him.
yeah,
like all his seasons of Daredevil
Yeah,
were good.
Charlie Cox did a great job.
I love
Oh
him.
yeah. Oh, I mean, if you watched him on Boardwalk Empire, you knew he would do a good job on Daredevil.
Fair enough.
Haven't seen that. Sorry.
That's on Max too.
See? Consistency. I have not seen it.
And you need that.
Oh God, this
Terrible.
being on a podcast is so much work. I gotta pay for Max. This is
Oh,
hard.
dude, you kidding me? You know how many fucking movies I pay for because they're not any streaming service? Like Jesus Christ.
This is bullshit. I'm not even making money off my podcast yet.
It's I'm over 2 years deep, and I haven't. I only make like a couple hundred a year just having guests on. But
That's funny because I don't have shit.
you gotta get guests on. I could send you a link where you'll make a little bit of cash.
Hey.
Done.
Oh no.
And in return, I get a small affiliate fee from the said site. So
At least.
Fair enough.
That's only fair.
Fair enough. Jeremy, what was your favorite part about this movie?
Yeah.
What did you?
we're talking about Joker. We're
what
talking
was
about Joker. Yeah.
Went on tangents. We
yeah.
avoided the point.
It's what we do. It's what we do on our podcast. We don't stick with the bracket.
Yeah, there is no bracket.
Well, ironically, but since we mentioned Boardwalk Empire, I don't know what the overlap is, but there's a lot of smaller Boardwalk Empire characters that are in the Joker.
Okay.
The one guy that the one of the other clowns that works with him that comes to his apartment with the midget or little person.
Probably
The
Randall.
guy he stabs first before he lets the midget.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rand.
Yeah. He played Steve Buscemi's brother in Boardwalk Empire,
Oh, son of a bitch.
Do I need to watch?
and
Seems that way.
I think the little person I think was in it too. I think for a little limited amount of time, but
A little
my favorite, the best scene in Joker, the best scene in fucking Joker though, is 100% when he's on Robert De Niro's talk show. That's the best scene.
That is so.
Well. I'll tell you more. I'll tell you, Maury. I'm just sick of it.
I mean,
Like-
the poor guy doing his stand-up. Look, as someone who has tried stand-up myself, I did improv. I tried stand-up a few times, and it is hard. It is so hard to do stand-up. Like, I realized I cannot do stand-up because I can't write. I can't write comedy. I do comedy as it's coming, which is why
situational comedy. Yeah, I can't do.
and
I
that's why
can't do. If I write my jokes ahead of time, they're not good. I write my intros in my show ahead of time, and even sometimes I don't. I'll improvise them as I'm doing them sometimes because I'll think of something better while I'm saying them. But Kevin's that person that does stand up comedy and gets told to sit back down.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, he was doing his stand up, and I don't know if, like, by the end of it, he was saying that his laughter thing was just him, as opposed to a brain problem or whatever. But I feel like, as someone who's done stand up before, it is so not easy to do it. Like, I went to there were open mic nights at random bars around the area where I live. And the first time I did stand up was at Funny Bone, where you had to apply for it. And I went there, and I had friends who came, so I got to go up on stage. But even the people who had been there were like, "Why are you here? This is your first time doing stand up? Why would you do it here at the Funny Bone?" And I did my stand up anyways because I was trying, and it was fucking terrible. and that's fine. But like, I realized that funny, much like artwork that I do, is like it's only fun when I do it when I feel like it.
Well, see, Jason missed my awesome joke when I said that when Kevin does stand-up comedy, he gets told to sit back down.
Boo! I'm terrible.
That's a dad joke and a half for you right there. But
There you
but yeah, no, that scene when he shoots Robert De Niro is the fucking best scene in the movie.
Oh my god,
that's the best.
He does it with such passion. Bow.
Because when you
bow.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, when and I saw that movie I saw Joker in the theater. So
Nice.
you don't before there's no spoilers at this point yet. At least that I saw. So you did not know that was coming, and you literally are at the edge of your seat, like, oh my god, like you're thinking like that Robert De Niro's gonna be like a recurring character in this new universe that DC was doing, and nope, he's not coming back from that.
No, is it? I think that's a good thing that James Gunn is not going to go forward, allowing Joaquin's version of the Joker to into his version of the M's.
Yet,
Good, man, that was so good.
The problem is the timing.
yeah, timing. I mean, the way they could play it off, honestly, is they have Joaquin show up, an older Joaquin, like age him up, and make an older Joaquin in prison, like talk to, like kind of the way Voldemort went to talk to, what the fuck's his name from the bad guy from Fantastic Beast. I can't think of it.
Grindelwald.
Grindelwald?
Yeah, kind of like in the original Harry Potter series where Voldemort goes to Grindelwald's cell to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like they could do that type of thing where, like, the current day Joker, because it's always been hypothesized that Joker is not the same person always. Yeah, it's always been hypothesized that there's been different variations of Joker. So
I think at some point they did like a whole series where it's like the three Jokers.
Yeah, so I mean, if they actually did that, where like he went to Joaquin's cell in Arkham and like was talking to him, like they could do it that way and like just like pan in on, and then when he gets done talking to him, just like as he's walking away, just hear Joaquin's laughter, and like maybe the last second, just like have Joaquin's face like go up to the bars like all old and just pan in on him, and then like that's the last of it. Like that could be the handoff. That they could do a handoff to that way and make it work, and it would give credit to Joaquin's Joker being the original OG Joker in the universe.
Okay.
I mean, you saw it in the movie that he inspired so many other people to want to break free from society and be like him.
Oh yeah, I mean, technically anybody from the riots could be a potential Joker.
I mean, that was the point, because anybody. He even says it like in his narration at the end of the movie. He was like, all it takes is that one snap, and anybody can be like me. Like,
he even then in the writing, it's a play on all it takes is one bad day.
Yep. And I mean, because I mean, Joker is an idea. Joker isn't really just one person. I mean, at the end of that movie, it basically was like leaving a Juggalo concert at the end of that movie.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing could be said about Batman. Anybody that he's trained in their youth, be it Nightwing, be it Red Robin, be it Damian, be it any of his people that he's trained in the Bat family, any one of them could take up the mantle if they have. Yeah, if there was a literal war in the fucking comic books of who. I mean, over the mantle, Batman.
I mean, watch Titans. So literally, the story of Titans is that Batman's basically done, and it's about all of them coming into their own and becoming adults and having to become the heroes they're meant to become.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kevin may not get it, but DC has stories. DC has great stories. DC has great stories. You're problem with you're looking in the wrong place for those good stories. No, you can't look for Superman to be like, oh, he's got great stories. He's a Kryptonian. You have to look to the grounded character.
Superman punch people in the story.
Exactly. around the characters.
Superman is like that character that you only need to bring him in for the big bads. Like
Exactly.
I mean, it's fun watching him in like the Justice League animated series, like be part of their team and just take out like random humans. But it's just like, I mean, he's basically
immensely for no fucking reason.
I mean, it's like X-Men. You only call in Storm and Wolverine when you really need them. You don't call them in for every battle.
Again, which is why they're a part of the second team of X-Men, not the first team of X-Men. They were already OP before they even got on the team.
Yeah.
They actually like officially say in the first episode of X-Men 97, like when there's a battle going on, there's a Sentinel, and you don't see Storm, and all of a sudden you hear the Sentinel, you hear Master Mold say, Omega level mutant threat, and you see the lightning star, and you're like, oh shit. Storm's pissed.
It's been 97 yet. I need to watch it.
And she's got the semi-mohawk style.
Yeah!
But she's still got the old school costume.
It's X-Force Storm.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That's something they really once the mutants are in the MCU, that's something they really need to do. They need
so much
X-Force.
They
do, but they need to do X-Force. They need to introduce a bunch of villains in. They need not the Deadpool version. I mean, that was cool. That was cool. They did that, but still not the.
Oh, you mean all those corpses?
But no, I mean, they need to bring in a cavalcade of mutant villains in the first few movies, and like have them form some society, like the freaking.
Yeah, the Brotherhood.
Meanwhile, in the
the Brotherhood or
Hellfire Club.
Hellfire Club. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, the Hellfire Club, and then just have an X-Force movie and just have X-Force go through and the whole movie and just kill them one by one.
Oh,
yeah. See the problem with mutants.
That's what X-Force did.
I mean, that's X-Force, X-Men, Gen X. There's so many
Excalibur.
There's so many freaking X-Men teams.
Oh, if they ever do an Excalibur movie, I will be an Excalibur series. It can't be a movie; it has to be a series.
Yeah,
I would be in fucking heaven because time jumping, fucking multiverse jumping X-Men team that help out any multiverse that needs them. Is you can make every episode about a different multiverse story. Like it's fucking amazing.
It'd be what were we talking about on the last episode, Quantum Leap?
Yeah, literally.
But X-Force.
Yes.
But X-Force, but Excalibur, not X-Force, but yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, basically like the Legends of Tomorrow for Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
In space and just doing what they can to make the world a better place throughout the multiverse.
Yeah. It's time to punch Hitler.
Not again.
Oh, no.
Hitler.
Nah, I mean, see.
For mutant rights.
That's something more they should have done in the first Captain America movie. But that's just me personally.
That's fair. I still think First Avenger and Civil War were pretty good.
I like honestly. That.
Civil War was also good. The whole Captain America series has been good.
The Captain America series was probably the most solid of all of the Marvel series because Thor.
It was. Thor was the second Thor was weak, and they
just gave up.
The second Iron Man was weak. I think the third one was good. The
third one was good.
Yeah,
that one was okay.
I mean,
it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the second one.
No, when that's a classic comic book moment at the end when he unleashes all his suits to help him fight. I mean, yes, they faulted on the Mandarin. They really faulted on the Mandarin, but they kind of fixed it. They fixed that with Shang-Chi, and they fixed that with Marvel What If. So.
Yeah. I feel like What If should have been its own separate series, but they had to work it in. And honestly, like they could have not, and I'd have been fine. Like what?
I mean, the second season has very little to do with the movies.
have they dropped the second season yet?
Yeah.
Months ago.
So behind.
Yeah.
And they actually created an original Native American hero for the second season.
Yep.
Damn it.
Also played by the girl who did UA.
Because
the
what
live
if
action
the
Avatar.
comic book series was one of my favorites? Like, I felt like I could read it,
Yeah.
and like all you needed to know was the basic gist of any
Marvel character.
character, and you could have like, oh, this, but
Yeah.
this changed about it, and it like made you feel like you were part of it.
That's what they. I mean, that's what they did. That's what they do in the comics. I mean, what if this happened during the Civil War in the comics instead of this happening? Like, what if Captain America gave up right away instead of fighting? Like, how would it change things in the Civil War? Or what if they didn't kick Captain America out of the Illuminati?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what really got me about the What If comics, because I had a lot of them.
Yeah,
I don't know if I still have the physical comics, but I remember.
I do.
Them. I mean,
I have the newer ones. They
terrible about keeping them.
They're all in my basement. I have a shitload of totes of them, and I have like 5 actual comic book holders of them that I haven't even read yet. And those are all comics from 2018 or 19 to 2020. And I haven't read them yet. But I mean, yeah, I had to stop buying at that point because I just couldn't afford to keep buying them. But
yeah,
I mean, it could be an expensive hobby, but
I was easily spending $100 to $200 a month on them.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I mean,
keep your collection fresh.
Yeah, keep your collection fresh, and it's also like I remember when they had I was basing my allowance off of what comics I wanted to buy. But this was also at a time when they had the 4 different Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Spectacular, Sensational, The Amazing,
Peter Parker.
And Peter Parker.
Yep.
And I was going to buy all of them because Spider-Man at the time was my favorite before Deadpool was more of a centerfold.
Yeah.
And that's when, and once he became a centerfold, I was like, I'm done with Deadpool.
I mean,
I don't want him anymore.
There was at least 2 Spider-Man comics at all times. The whole 14, 15 years I read comic books, there was always like at least 2 or 3 Spider-Man titles.
I mean, they try, and yeah.
I collected them all. I collected them all too. But you know what pisses me off the most is in the piles of the ones I haven't read yet, which are in chronological order. But in the piles of the ones I haven't read yet, I have all the DC Looney Tunes crossover ones.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You have to think about those.
Oh my god, there's so much. I feel like I'm a failed nerd because there's so many things I don't know.
No,
or is it just things that I don't know that you do know?
And that's only because I go on the internet and I just find things just kind of like catch my eye, and I'm just like, oh, really?
Yeah, I don't do that because I'm like children.
Yeah.
Yeah, my comic book reading, my reading in general, my video game playing has all gone downhill dramatically because of children and podcasting. So
I mean, audiobooks are really.
I hate audiobooks.
I hated them, but once I was working at a desk job where I had time to listen, I've gone through so many audiobooks, and it's so good once you get into it. If you find a good reader, audiobooks are amazing. Like
I mean,
The Wheel of Time is so.
Yeah.
If you find the right speaker, it just.
See, I don't have time. That's the thing. Like even sitting at my desk at work, like I'm on the phone all day. I have to like pause songs in the middle and like make calls and then like go back to the song and finish out the last minute of it, and it gets annoying sometimes. But I mean, I miss having a desk job where I could just put like music or a podcast on the background and listen to like the whole thing in one sitting and then like go to the next one.
I mean, I've applied to a few teaching jobs that will give me free time after like 2:30. But
Yeah,
and I would prefer to have more time. But right now, I'm at a job where I can listen to an audiobook all day long. I get interrupted by calls probably 10 times a day. But even with that, I get through probably 6 or 7 hours of an audiobook every day.
Dude, no. I'm
Time.
if I'm not on the phone, I ain't making money. So
Well, yeah, it is not that way at a home pharmacy. That's for sure.
yeah, okay, yeah.
I hate my job.
You better hope somebody at your job don't listen to this podcast. They might write you.
Sorry, everyone. Here's your HR.
There you go.
Ain't got no HR.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's locally run and family owned.
So, is there anything else we like to say about Joker? Since we've completely veered off because we're just going into nerd territory, just like we always do.
The story of Arthur Fleck becoming the Joker is probably one of the most compelling DC stories that you will probably see on screen. Honestly,
I loved it. It was so compelling the whole time.
Not counting the Max original shows, I will say.
yeah. Outside of Max shows, I'd say this is movie wise the best thing that came out of the Zack Snyder era of films.
I mean,
It was
amazing.
This had nothing to do with Zack Snyder at all. It was literally like an Elseworld story that had nothing to do with.
I mean,
Ben Affleck's
don't get me
Batman.
Don't get me wrong. I fucking love the Snyder cut Justice League is amazing.
Yeah,
Aquaman and Wonder Woman were amazing.
Yeah.
Even the Flash had like decent moments, but
even after Ezra Miller literally fucked everything up,
Thanks, dickhead.
that movie was literally poised to redo the entire DCEU. And honestly, I wish I had things gone differently. Wish it could have been a part of the canon, but it ain't.
Fucking, it gave us Nick Cage as Superman finally, so fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That and freaking brought back freaking Keaton as Batman again.
Yep.
At his older age, and he is so happy to reprise these roles that he did back in the 80s. Because again, he's coming back as who? Beetlejuice. One more time.
Thank you.
Yep.
Keaton.
And I mean,
Keaton goes on.
seeing it, and I mean, look, but now he come back out. Now he's back out as Batman again. And he's got Penguin and Mr. Freeze at the freaking Oscars trying to threaten him. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. With an ascot. This man was getting threatened with an ascot, and he was like, bring it the fuck on.
Let's do it.
Even though Arnold Schwarzenegger had nothing to do with it.
Nope.
He was like, yeah, he's still Batman. It's perfectly fine.
So be it.
Correct. Honestly, think, do you think had Arnold Schwarzenegger been Mr. Freeze in a Keaton movie, would it have been better? Do you think
No.
no?
Because he didn't have the acting prowess he had after the other times he wasn't as good. Until, I think that if he had the learning cases he had until then. I'm sorry.
Who they put him with again? Was it the Jim Carrey one?
With George Clooney in the very last.
No. Who was the other villain? Who was the other villain that they put him with? They always did two villains.
Poison Ivy and technically Bane, but Bane was under Poison Ivy's control the entire time.
Well, see that's not Bane. That's a fucking horrible excuse for Bane.
That was not the Bane that we deserved.
But I mean,
Herman Poison Ivy was amazing. But
that's why it wasn't a good movie, because they didn't put him with a good villain he could mash with good. I mean, and he honestly, it shouldn't even be a second villain in a fucking movie where Mr. Freeze is the villain. It should be. It's supposed to be a tragic fucking love story, because Mr. Freeze really is not a villain per se. He does not have bad intentions overall.
No,
He's trying to save his wife. The Arkham games, including even the most recent game I can't think of the fucking name of that had all the non-Batman. Oh, Arkham Knights. Even Arkham Knights was, even Mr. Freeze in that had a greater story than the fucking Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
So if they could do that in a video game, if they can make you tear up in a video game watching a fucking animated Mr. Freeze like going through storyline, do it in a freaking movie. Give it to an amazing actor. Give it to an amazing actor. I mean, yes, I love Arnold, but he's not known for his roles. He's not known for being dramatic.
Again, he's an action star. That's what he's known for.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, even freaking the fuck's that movie? Reindeer Games. Even Reindeer Games is freaking an action movie at the end of the day, kind of.
Yeah.
Not wrong. Not wrong. All right, well,
that's funny. I'm trying to think of it. I'm like, the Turbo Man movie. I can't think of what it's called. The Turbo Man movie.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way.
Oh, not Reindeer Games. Jingle all the way. Fuck yeah. See, even though I thought I had it right, I had it wrong. We just did it on recasting call too. Shit.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say about this Joker movie that I haven't really talked about?
Yeah, I know.
This entire time because we've been bullshitting.
Let's say Joker was like a backbone, and everything else was like the nerves coming off of it.
Well, let's say this. Let's say this too, because it needs to be said, and this is a good thing to end it on. Those punks in the subway got what they deserved.
You damn right.
They damn sure did. Fuck those guys.
Those guys were fucking pricks.
They were assholes trying to like hit on this girl who wanted nothing to do with him, and he just
Pathological laughter is actually a disorder. So let's talk about. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Hey, if you have pathological laughter, it's a disorder. It's okay. It's all right.
You laugh.
We love you.
Fine.
You laugh as much as you damn well want to, with or without.
I mean,
people look at you weirdly.
Poor
dude.
dude.
Love you all the same.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked.
Until he pulled that fucking revolver
and
out
and wrecked him.
Yeah,
Wrecked him.
Barely.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
Fuck him.
All right.
Fuck those guys.
Well, I think that's really. Is there anything else you want to say, Jeremy, about this movie?
I think what I said was the perfect thing to end it on. I really do.
You're right. Jay, is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, I think I said it. It was very compelling, and I wish they would do more compelling pieces.
Yeah,
like
do
this.
a decent job of a movie, DC. That's what you need to do.
What DC really needs to fucking do, for every one superhero movie you put out, do 5 villain stories between it. Do 5 villain origin stories between it. Give the villains. Marvel has heroes. DC, I mean, don't get me wrong, Marvel has fucking villains too that are amazing, and deserve their own backstories, like Kraven was supposedly getting, but that might got canceled now. But
no, it's still going until October, supposedly.
All right, good. Yeah. It should. That movie could be amazing because Kraven has a great backstory. But DC is known for its villains. The heroes are for little kids, mainly. I mean, unless they actually start doing R-rated movies more often, like if they do the Killing Joke live action R-rated, I would be the happiest man on fucking earth. But
look, if they actually manage to make Swamp Thing the thing it should be, then we're gonna get something very fucking amazing.
They did do that on the TV show.
The series was fucking amazing for one season until the fucking taxes got raised and they were like, oh no, we're not gonna continue for season 2. Fuck you guys. It was bullshit. It was bullshit.
It's bullshit. They built a indoor swamp for that damn show, and then they said to fucking leave it there. Now it's sitting in a fucking warehouse somewhere, and I want to go visit it. But
fucking exactly. Like I said, that show was fucking amazing. They could have continued that show just like they did Titans, just like they did Doom Patrol. But they said, well, fuck it.
Because they didn't have Max's backing. That's what it was. They didn't have HBO Max's backing for it.
So I'm hoping that the movie really boosts love of Swamp Thing and puts it back where it should be. Because I mean, yeah, even back in the 80s, the two movies they did, the first one was good. The second one, campy, but it got the point across. The cartoon series was really good. The newer series was really fucking good, and I can only hope that this new version rekindles people's love for Swamp Thing.
Well, if they actually do Justice League Dark, like they were supposed to be leaning towards, it would be incredible. If they actually gave each of those characters their own movies to start off with, and then went full on into a series, or went full on into like a series of movies, a trilogy of movies or whatever, Justice League Dark would be incredible. Constantine, fucking Swamp Thing, Zatanna, like it all could be incredible.
And yeah, give me some dark magical shit. We need it.
I mean, that's what people need. They don't want to watch. We've seen Justice League too many times. We've seen Batman, Superman too many times. Give us the lesser known characters that are fucking amazing stories.
And that's exactly what James Gunn can do. James Gunn is great with ensemble films. He's great.
I mean, look at him. Guardians.
Exactly.
The most unknown Marvel IP there ever was before those movies came out.
And it blew the fuck up. Just
how many
blew that fucking comic book series up.
I mean, Kevin Smith has said it multiple times on his podcast, and I said the same thing when they first announced it. I'm like, they're doing a Guardians movie? I'm like, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're doing a Guardians movie?
Right. You don't expect it. And they put out the perfect cast, just a great ensemble, and the story was perfect. And it worked. And it worked. And it worked again. And now we don't even know what's going to happen with the future of the Guardians now, but the movies that we got were amazing.
They'll show up. They'll all show back up in Secret Wars. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Secret Wars brings everything back to the way it was, and then introduces a bunch of shitload of new heroes from other multiverses. But
which is probably what's going to happen with the X-Men. It's probably how it's going to be. Yeah, it's probably how it's going to be.
Please do.
Because I mean, they've already said that the X-Men exist in a different universe. At the end of the Marvel.
No, well, at the end of the Marvels, yeah. When
seen the Marvels, yeah.
Terrible. You have Disney.
No,
get on it.
I don't. Yeah. You're terrible for now. I thought you were saying the movie was terrible. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind.
The Marvels was not terrible. The villain for that movie was terrible.
I haven't seen it yet,
the Marvels itself was pretty good.
The villain wasn't horrible.
I don't think Darwin was a
good
character.
There are worse space villains in Marvel they could have fucking went with than that. They could have brought they could have brought Eagle back, for God's sake.
I would have preferred.
Oh boy.
No.
Wrapping this up, this motherfucker is going into depth.
I'm sorry, but yeah, honestly, I think for me, Darwin was kind of lackluster in comparison to the possibility of these three characters with their different power sets.
I mean, honestly, it should have been Ronin. I
honestly wish it was like a Ronin clone, not Darwin.
Well, Ronin wasn't dead.
He was fucked up.
He was fucked up, but he's a Kree. He always heals.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Again, because we were talking about it with Geeky Dad. Like the Kree are they're singular.
They weren't supposed to be accepting anyone.
No. There's no honorary Kree. There's no like, oh, all these different races are living on Hala. No, the Kree is a.
I mean, if we last thing I'll say, because otherwise we're here for hours, but if we really want to get into where they fucked up, it should have been the original storyline where Peter Quill's father is fucking Corsair. Not Corsair, that's Cyclops. Where Peter Quill's father is the head of the planet that the Guardian and the other X-Men people are from.
Yeah, it's
what the hell's the name of that race? The Shi'ar, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Shi'ar should have been. They need to bring the Shi'ar in, for fuck's sake.
And I think the problem was because they didn't have the rights to the X-Men at the same time, so they couldn't exactly.
Yeah.
Shi'ar. And
they need to bring the Shi'ar into the mutant world now, and they need to bring in the fucking Kree. Not the Kree. The fuck are the bug-like ones that are?
Oh, the Brood.
That travel. They need to bring the Brood in. Yeah.
Ooh,
Give us an X-Men Alien movie, basically. Like, take Alien and make it an X-Men movie.
Yeah, basically.
oh boy.
Yeah.
They got time. Maybe they won't fuck it up.
We'll see.
They won't. I think X-Men will actually be done right finally.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, please.
Yeah. If they go the right
But no,
point.
I don't care what Facebook says. No Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington as Magneto and Professor X. Please, no. That would ruin it. That would fucking ruin it.
I'm not gonna say it would ruin it. I don't think Giancarlo Esposito understands that Professor Xavier has the chair because of his mentality and because of the things that he went through in the past. I don't think that Denzel at this point is young enough to portray Magneto for a long period to make this possible.
Honestly, bring back fucking.
I mean,
the people who play. Bring back the two actors who played them in the First Class to Dark Phoenix.
I mean, they would be the proper age at this point.
At this point, they're in the age range where
honestly
play the characters and do it well until they
continue that fucking 4-movie run. Just continue it. 10 years later, make it like a show a little flashback in the beginning of everything they already went through, and like do it in Professor X's or Jean Grey's mind or something, and then fucking just like have it be like in the freaking opening credits, to have it be like images in Professor X's mind of like all the battles they went through in the first 4 movies, and then just bring it and say like a deck and like have him to show his face and be like, it's been a decade since the Dark Phoenix last showed.
Or how about this? During Secret Wars, he's connected to all versions of himself throughout the multiverse. And then he's just like, okay, I know how to correct all these different things that might have gone wrong. And they haven't even gone through the whole Dark Phoenix thing. They get to like literally not have that movie be a part of the thing.
True.
They can not worry about Oscar Isaac's weird ass apocalypse. Just be like, nope, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Like two things to avoid.
Psylocke doesn't exist.
Not saying that.
You just want to see another.
Olivia Munn as freaking Psylocke was good.
Yes.
But Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse, not so much.
All right.
Not great. I mean, they need to make it more like the animated series Apocalypse and keep like someone who could play that role.
We need a bulky boy.
Honestly, paint fucking Michael Chiklis blue. Let's go.
No, not again.
Or either that, or fucking paint Brock Lesnar blue. I'm down for that.
Oh God, Brock.
All right, we can talk for fucking ever.
Oh yeah, I mean, because we're fucking nerds.
It's the nerds. I mean, we could talk forever. So if you want to keep hearing this, just message us.
Oh yeah,
let us know what you want us to keep talking.
We're all down to continue doing all the kinds of shit.
But Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us today and nerding out with us, because it's what we do. Yeah, it's what we always do.
My pleasure. I could talk comic books for fucking 6 hours straight and not get tired of it. So,
I mean, it's what we do. But thank you for joining us on the KJNA podcast. We appreciate you. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.